I don't care about why I write. Do you? I don't care about why I make music or why I fall in love. It's almost second nature to me. I write, but I'm no writer. I make music, but I'm not a musician. I swim, but I do not call myself a swimmer. I have this divide between my actions and my identity. When I write, I'm forced to come to terms with this and define myself by slim margins. What am I then? A thinker? Maybe. Something that means everything to me, but nothing to you, because you do not know me. Words bind and constrain my thoughts. As much as I want to capture why I write by writing, you can only know why I write by knowing why I do anything at all, why I think. I don't care why I write. I tried to. I dug around through all the diluted childhood memories I want to forget, waded in all the horrible things I've done. I care about living, but to come to terms with why I write, I must solve the paradox of why I care about anything when nothing matters, which is quite a large mountain to tackle. My time here is limited, so what time I do have, I'd like to spend writing about something I care about. I used to care about things. I was a swimmer, a good one, yet the only documentation of that remains on a pool wall written as Steitzer E, something my siblings Ellen and Eric took pride in. Surrounding it in faded letters are the names of people I didn't care about, some from decades ago. Usually, when someone breaks a record, they remove the old names, but this board tracked the history of the record, all the way from back to '69. Unusual, but captivating. You could see the years when the times were .01 seconds faster and feel the same energy to re-break the record. That's all that will be left of me one day. A name that someone wished looked better next to theirs. At least someone would think of me. I'm hopeful that someone may look up at my name one day and wish it wasn't so faded next to theirs, but now the team has dissolved, and there will never be a chance for someone to hate me even years from now. No one will recognize the hours I spent agonizing over every detail of my stroke. All the world will know is that Steitzer E swam at some point, and that seems like an admirable legacy. I found excitement in staying busy, at least for a while, but keeping myself chasing something by keeping myself chasing something, I thought I might find meaning, so I kept doing things. I don't care about why I write. The part that does care wants my voice to be an act of defiance. As my middle finger to the cosmic indifference saying, even if you don't care, I'll carve myself, make my own bed. It wants my writing to reflect my desire to connect, to bridge the gaps between individual realities, to say, listen to me. This is a piece of myself, hear me. It wants my words to be messengers, carrying fragments of me, pieces of my soul seeking a place in the hearts of minds of others. It wants my writing to be the legacy that lingers when my wave washes into the shore and become one with the lake once again. It wants my thoughts and emotions to transcend the solitude of existence. Just as single molecules bond together, every experience bonds to another, creating a drip, drop, until I flow without purpose. Of course, none of that is what I believe, but it looks great written down on a page. As long as I keep writing, the emptiness of existence hides in river bays, waiting for the water to freeze over so that it might exist as one with my stream of consciousness. It's fun to pretend to be good at things. It's fun to pretend that you were a great swimmer and that you have broken records, when in reality, most of us are just trapped in this world without any goal or any way to be remembered. I'm not able to look at the screen as I write, perhaps a metaphor for me not being able to come to terms with the fact that I don't know the motivation of any of my actions or the purpose of my life. Or perhaps I never took my typing class seriously. Either way, I can only read what I have written after it has already been written, and I prefer it that way. Really, I can write anything down, and though it will have no purpose or benefit to society, and quite frankly, your life won't be changed by anything I may or may not have said within the last paragraph, but you have read it anyways, and now it is a part of your life, just as this is now a part of mine. The reason I will continue to write, and why others will continue to read my writing, is this. We are both dying, and you reading this is nothing more than a distraction to the fact that we are dying, any more than me writing is. It's comforting to know that in a world that seems to offer nothing certain besides death, I find myself with the gift of free will. So why not? I grew up on a quiet street, aptly named Juneau Avenue. Every modern device that tries to trace a route there attempts to take people through another neighborhood, past polished houses and up a hill, ultimately leading to a stainless metal gate that blocks the entrance to Juneau from one side. In reality, you would need to have been there before to know how to get there. You have to turn down this loosely packed road that leads to this bridge, one that crosses a stream where smooth stones crash into the opposite bank instead of skipping across the surface. There are only 6 houses on this side street, and all of the men are named Bob. You can smell the algae in the dirt, a single smell of a cigarette from a saggy woman named Nancy who sits on her sagging porch. Yellow signs read dead end and 1 lane bridge and no jumping. The water ebbs and flows around falling logs that catch stringy weeds topped with foam, but the river moves ever so slowly. You can look down through the open grates of this bridge and see yourself even 6 feet above the water's reflections, sparkle and sway back and forth as if you were one with the water. If you stand still, closing your eyes, tilting your head towards the warmth of the sun, you can hear the bullfrogs croak in the bay, just a bit upstream, the rustling of the dead leaves in the trees that line the shore, the birds you can identify by name thanks to your mom. In the winter, these sounds hibernate, the ice and snow packed tightly into the grates of the bridge, creating a slick surface that blocks the view of a river that refuses to freeze. The snow dampens the world around you, it strips the world of its color and sound. This silence forces you to accept that you are dying, but the snow is falling all around you. But you're dying, so you hold out your gloves and catch what you can. And in the summer, the sun shines through the branches above. And when you jump, the water engulfs your body, and life is good.